we are going to shift gears and talk about anger. How many of you guys can relate? Anybody ever feel angry before? How many people feel angry today? At some point, we'll talk about it. All right. First, I'm going to show you some things you can do for when you're feeling angry. Okay. So first thing I want to show you is called the finger flick breath. You guys have done this before, some of you with me. I love this one because I like it for anger because it says a little bit of that to it. All right. So you're going to take your hand. You're going to inhale while sliding your finger up and then flick. And it's almost like you're flicking something away. Like imagine a bubble that you're popping, okay? So it's good for anger because you inhale and then when you exhale, you flick it away. Then you move to the next finger and you inhale and when you exhale, flick it away, okay? So that's exactly what we're gonna do. So we're gonna do it with both hands, all right? So got your hand right here. Go ahead and find your mindful posture. Nice strong back, but a soft front. Actually, hand down for a second. Just stay here. We're just gonna stay in this posture for a second. You probably have a lot of stuff going on, feelings wise, thoughts wise. You guys got a lot of stuff going on. You just came in from outside or whatever you're bringing today. It's probably a lot. And it probably feels weird to suddenly want to stop and be still. That's a transition. I get that. It takes a while for us to kind of settle in. So that's okay. If you're feeling like a little, that's all right. Give it a minute. You'll probably feel a little more settled. Okay. So this hand, breathe with me. Nice deep breath in through the nose. Tracing the finger up to the top and then exhale, flick. Releasing a little bit of tension here. Inhale up the next finger, flicking away. Beautiful. Next finger, ring finger. Inhale, slide it up. Exhale, flick it away. Last one, give it some meaning too. Inhale, get a little mad at it, flick it away. Perfect. Don't hurt yourself. Next hand, same thing. We want to flick away the tension we're feeling, okay? Inhale, slide up. Exhale, flick it away. Bless you. Inhale, slide up the next finger. Fill up all the way to the bottom. Exhale, flick it away. This breath, I want you to send it all the way down to the belly button. Inhale. Exhale, flick it away. Last finger. Inhale, bless you. Exhale, flick it away. Now just stay there for a second. Deep breath in through the nose. And out through the mouth. We talked about the breath that you can do for instant calm, right? Somebody wanted to call it the balloon breath. I love that one. I'll show you how to do it. We'll do that together again. It's a sharp inhale, then another one, and then exhale. Takes a while to do that exhale, okay? So inhale, inhale, exhale. Let's do that together. Ready? Let the air out. Now, here we go. Inhale, stop. Inhale again. And then slow exhale. Beautiful. One more of those together, okay? Inhale, pause, inhale, and exhale. Perfect. Breathe on your own, nice and deep. Try to be as still as you can. Whatever you've got going on inside is okay. Your feelings are real. Your feelings are valid. But also know that feelings are not facts. And even if your body is telling you to be afraid, you may have nothing to be afraid of. And that's okay. But your feelings can still feel very real and be valid. Your thoughts can feel very real. They can feel like facts, but thoughts are not facts. They can still feel very real. And that's okay. Whatever you're thinking, whatever you're feeling, we're going to give space for that today. We're going to allow ourselves just to be. You don't need to be any certain way in mindfulness. I don't need you to come in and be in a good mood. I don't need you to come in here and go, wow, I feel happy now. Whatever you feel is what you feel. You can feel any one of these things on this emotion wheel. And that is okay. So whatever you bring today is fine. You are worthy. You have just as much value as any other person in this room. It doesn't matter what clothes you're wearing. It doesn't matter what you look like. It doesn't matter how much money is in your parents' bank account. It doesn't matter how many friends you have. It doesn't matter what you weigh. You are real and valid, and you are no better or no worse than anybody else in here. Do you know that? Feel that inside. And it's hard to know that. We have to remind ourselves, right? But try to remember that. You are just as valuable as anybody else on the planet. Money is not value. Looks are not valued. Human being, you are one, so you have value, right? Yes. Okay, let's move on. We're going to do our weather report. Perfect. And then we'll get into anger. Very quickly, turn your attention inside, see what you've got going on today. And I want you to think about whatever you're feeling is maybe like a type of weather. Okay, so what you've got going on today, think about it and go, okay, so if my feelings were a type of weather, what would that be? So I'm gonna give you a moment just to turn your attention inward. Think about what type of weather you've got going on inside today. If anyone would like to share, and again, keep it like 2 or 3 words max. Just say what the weather is. Okay? You also do not have to share. I'm never going to make you share. Okay? But if you would like to, I'd love to hear it. Yes.
It's like a very it's like a calming, it's like extremely bright noon type night.
Right. Okay. Ooh, interesting.
Thunderstorm.
Thunderstorm. Okay. Yes.
Thunderstorm that started a fire.
Thunderstorm that started a fire. Very interesting. Yes.
Regular day, but like
Regular day, but earthquake. Yes.
slight rain.
They said slight rain or light rain?
Slight.
Slight rain. Gotcha.
Very hot sun.
Very hot sun. Yes. Back here. Stormy.
Hot but cold.
Hot, but also cold. Can we feel multiple things at once? Yes. Yes. Is any weather more weather than other weather?
No.
No, weather's all weather. Your feelings are all feelings. It's not like I only, my feelings only matter when I'm happy, or my feelings only matter when I'm mad. Weather is weather, feelings are feelings. And your body's like the climate, and the weather, what's the only thing you can guarantee about the weather? This is gonna change. So whatever you're feeling now, you're not gonna feel like that forever. If you feel great right now, that's fine, but you're gonna have a bad day again. But guess what? You've survived all 100% of your worst days. And if you're feeling bad right now, that's okay. You won't feel like this forever. There'll be sunny days again. There'll be sunny weather inside again, right? So let's talk a little bit about anger, because this is an important feeling that we don't spend a lot of time talking about. I will say that our society doesn't do a very good job of dealing with anger. So first thing you need to know, anger is not wrong. That's one of the lies we get told in our society, is that if you're mad, that's wrong. You should not be mad. Being mad is bad. I'll give you a new phrase. Anger is not wrong. It's okay to be mad. It's not okay to be bad. Okay, so it's what you do with your anger that matters, but feeling anger is important and valid. Anger tells you when a boundary has been crossed for you, okay? And it's when we know our self-worth. If somebody does something that's not okay, that's us going, hey, I am a worthy person. That person says something disrespectful to me. I'm not supposed to be treated like that. That's where anger comes from. Anger lets us know our priorities, the things that matter to us. If someone does something to your friend that makes you upset, anger shows you what you care about, right? You care about your friend, so you get upset when the boundary is crossed, right? So anger is not wrong. Here's something that anger, and I wrote some examples here. Anger can look like feeling dismissed. It can look like feeling invalidated, like you don't matter. That can make you angry, right? That's unfair. Someone else getting treatment that you should be getting is unfair treatment. Injustice. So a people group being treated a bad way, and you think that's wrong. You see something on the news and go, it's not right that that's happening to those people over there in that country. They're being, run out of their country because of violence, or people are being mistreated because they belong to a certain ethnic group. That can make you mad. Being deceived. Somebody, you know what deceived means? Someone tricks you, right? Being attacked, being threatened. Someone takes something from you that belongs to you. That make you feel really angry. Like that was my thing. Like I had my car broken into one time, and someone stole and I was in high school, so I've learned my lesson. But at the time, I was a very new driver. I put my purse in the car, left it where someone could see it. They smashed my window, took my purse. I felt a lot of feelings because of that. I felt shame because I felt like I was dumb for doing that. But at the same time, I felt very angry, and I felt violated because I'm like, that's my stuff. You took my stuff. You don't have right to my stuff. That's my stuff. You didn't pay for that. You don't know me. You You don't know my car. My parents worked hard to give me that car. You just broke the window. I felt angry at someone I didn't even know. Someone lashes out at you. If you feel ignored, someone just doesn't pay attention to you when you think you should be paid attention to, that can make you mad. Someone hurts you, being talked about behind your back, things not going your way, being treated rudely by a stranger or by someone that you know and love. All of that can make you really, really mad. This could be a sibling that makes you mad. It can be a friend that makes you mad. It can be something on the news that makes you mad. It can be a stranger that makes you mad. You know what I'm saying? It could be just a situation that makes you mad. I'm sitting in traffic and I'm mad. Nobody's fault. There's just cars. People are just trying to go home. But I'm mad because I don't want to sit in traffic. It makes me upset. So let's talk a little bit about little mad versus big mad, because you know that feelings are feelings, right? But they have different levels. So every one of these big feelings, like sad and happy and fear, they have like varieties. So you can have little fear, which is like I'm a little nervous, but you can also have big fear, which is like I'm petrified. I'm so afraid. Same thing's true with anger. So give me an example of like not something that might happen, but give me like an example of a feeling that's a little anger feeling. What's a little anger feeling? Yes.
You couldn't get something that you wanted.
You couldn't get something you wanted. So maybe you okay, one time I was playing bingo on a cruise ship and I really wanted to win. And a bingo on a cruise ship, they like put money up. So like if you win bingo, you like get $100 or something. And I was so close and I didn't win. And I was sad, but I was also mad. I'm like, oh, I think I would say I was a little mad. I was irritated. I'm like, oh, I've tried so hard. Irritated, annoyed. Those are little mad, right? Yes.
The sibling takes the last Oreo.
Okay, last Oreo. The sibling takes the last Oreo, which I know there's siblings in the room, so we're gonna keep it cool. But like, I know me and my sister, we would fight over that kind of stuff where if she ate the last cookie or if she took something of mine and didn't ask, I would get like, why would you do that? Annoyed. Give me an example of a feeling that would be like a big anger feeling. Yes.
Me personally, I really get angry when I don't have a good grade or a grade that I expected.
I love how you said me personally, because not everybody gets mad about the same things, right? But for you, that's a big mad. You're like, for other people that may not bother them as much, but that's okay. Does it make it less valid because you experience it? No, you have big mad about that, and that's all right.
Whenever I see somebody such as like a bully, that this actually happened. This kid named Reed was bullying a kid Eli about money and their family stability.
Yeah.
I barely even know the guy, but I like know him like a little bit well enough to know that he's kind of sensitive to that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And if I didn't know anybody at all and I just saw them getting bullied, that just like puts it's like a ton of anger into me because I've been bullied for years.
Yeah, so you relate, right? You sympathize with that, and you're like, I don't like it when people do that to me, so I don't like it when I see somebody else do it to somebody else.
These like fake guys, they like pretend to be hackers in a game that I like, where I actually did experience something with one, and my IP address got leaked.
Oh, careful with that. But it made you big mad, right?
Yeah, I just hate seeing like scammers, IP leakers.
You get the unfair and the injustice is the one that seems to be bugging you, where it's just not fair. Yes.
When I'm like talking to someone and like I was very for big mad when I was like more and more angry when I see scam, like when I see a contact scam likely when it says incoming call.
Yeah.
And I was like
I get what you're saying. You see the scammers calling you, and that makes you upset. Yeah, is that right?
And the scammers make me upset, but it keeps calling me and annoying me. That makes me so angry.
Yes,
I would like to
they bother you.
Throw things.
Yeah. An example of big mad here, like irritated and annoyed, is like a feeling that's a little bit mad. Medium mad might be like, I'm mad, right? Big mad would be like rage. I am furious. I feel so livid. Like those are good words to put in your vocabulary, because you might feel like if you say I'm mad, well, that can mean like, oh, the vending machine took my $1. I'm mad. And you also could be like, someone, betrayed my best friend and it feels so horrible. I am mad. But though you use the same word for different things. A little mad could be like I'm annoyed, I'm irritated, I'm frustrated. Big mad is like, and it got mad, which is like medium, and then big mad is like I'm furious. I feel so incredibly angry that my friend was hurt like that. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna move on, and then we have time. I'll have some more. So, right anger is like when you're angry about something that is the right thing to be angry about. So again, you see something on the news, you see there's a people group that maybe is being, I don't know, there's violence against them, or old people are being taken advantage of by scammers and they're taking their money, and it's because the old people can't detect who the scammer is, and so they fall for it. Like, that's right anger. You're feeling angry about the right thing. You know what I'm saying? You can also feel angry about something and go, well, I probably shouldn't have gotten mad about that, or as much mad as I did. You can always question that, but that kind of like, that's injustice. I feel mad about that. Bullies, like, that's right anger. You're feeling mad about the right thing. Why do you think we get mad? In our caveman brain, fear is supposed to keep us alive, right? So fear is, the fight or flight thing. Happiness is supposed to keep us, connected with each other and with our social bonds and give us, zeal for life. I'm not going to talk about sad yet because I don't want to get ahead of myself. Disgust is actually supposed to keep us alive too, because if we find something disgusting, then we won't eat it. So typically when you feel disgusted about something, it comes from humans being disgusted by food. And if it's a bad food, it keeps you alive to be disgusted by it, because then you're not going to eat something that's contaminated, right? So if you see someone get sick, then you feel sick, but it's because you might have eaten the same thing they did in the long ago caveman times, and it's supposed to get you to throw it up so that you won't keep it in your body. So disgust was actually supposed to keep us alive. What is the function of being mad? Why do we have in our caveman programming the ability to be mad? How does it serve us? Yes.
To realize that someone or something like crossed the line.
Yes.
Or what's it called? Or like how we were just building too much anger on.
Okay, so it gives us a release, because we have to have release too, right? We can't just have all soothing all the time. So sometimes when you're like, I have a lot of big feelings, I'm gonna go take a bath, and I'm gonna go listen to a meditation podcast, and I'm going to listen to calm music, and sometimes that doesn't work. Sometimes you're like, I don't feel better. I'm doing all the self-care things and I don't feel better. Well, it's because maybe you didn't need to be soothed. Maybe you need a release. And so anger is like, gets us to have that release. I'm going to go punch something. I'm going to go, y'all, I got mad the other day. I got so mad the other day. I went out in the dark of my yard, and I don't live near any people. I took a big stick and I literally slammed it against a tree over and over again until the stick broke. Why did I do that? I need a release. And anger sitting in your body doing nothing but sitting there is very bad for you. And so I needed to move it out. So I didn't damage anything. I didn't hurt anybody. I didn't embarrass myself, call anybody any names. It was a bigger issue. I said to my husband, I said, I'm dealing with a situation. I need a couple of minutes. I'm going to go like throw a stick against a tree. And he's like, go for it. So I did. I went outside, bam. And it felt so much better because I had to get physical with my anger. That's why when you get mad, you want to punch something. It's because it's related to fight or flight and freeze. It's a lot of that fight response. And it is supposed to get us to protect ourselves and protect our loved ones. That's why this is there, because it keeps our group alive. Let's say that you're a caveman way back in the day, and another caveman group comes in and tries to start a battle with us. And they start maybe burning down our village. Well, that's going to make you mad, right? And then you're not going to go, well, welcome on in. Would you like to burn this house down too? Isn't that fun? No, you're going to go, absolutely not, because my survival's on the line. So it all goes back to survival. So to keep ourselves alive, we get mad. It shows us where our priorities are. We say, you're not going to treat my family like that. I'm going to go out there and do something about it. So that's what anger's for. It's to protect you, protect your friends, protect your family. But it's about what you do with it, right? So if you're going, well, this person said something bad to me, so I'm going to go, I don't know, steal something of theirs, or I'm going to go, slash their tires of their car. Oh, that's bad. Yeah, you don't want to do that. Also, you will get charged with something if you do that, and potentially get arrested. So don't do that. Anger makes us stop and then move forward. You have to do something with your anger. You cannot keep your anger inside. You need to find healthy ways to move the anger out of your body. Now, I will give you some of those later this week, some healthy ways to move it out. But I will tell you right now, a lot of you guys I know have anger because I'm seeing it on your surveys. You've got a lot of anger going on. If you don't do anything with that, what do you think happens?
you like punch people and call them names and hurt people's feelings.
Yes, it's like adding it's like the straw that broke the camel's back analogy. You add just a little bit. It's like shaking up a can, shaking up a can, shaking up a can, shaking up a can. Finally, when you open the can, what happens? Just a little open. Boom, it explodes. That's what happens. That's why sometimes when somebody does something very, very small that should be just a little mad, like, ugh, that person cut me off in traffic. Ugh. But instead, you're like, what? You see these people with road rage all the time who get out, they try to start a fight, they start to get something altercation, they get out, they're brandishing weapons. You're like, whoa, 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 that's crazy. It's because they've let all that anger sit in there and it's got nowhere to go. And so the slightest, tiniest thing pushes them over the edge. You don't want to get to that level. You will regret what you do if you get to that level. It's okay to be mad. It's not okay to be bad. So how do you keep yourself from getting to that level? That's what we'll talk about later this week. So I'm going to stop this.